So this is game 3, week 3, Arctic Melons versus Clear Sights. I expect to see some pretty amazing things out of these two teams. To be completely honest with you, there's no predicting which way it's gonna go.
That is honestly true, and after having played Arctic Melons week 1, they are a very formidable opponent indeed. And that was without Ramen Man. I mean, one of their starting six that they usually run in that lineup. So I'm kind of wondering how they changed from week 1 entering this week 3 game with that slight change in the lineup.
Alright, there seems to be a delay on the side of Arctic Melons. Clear Sights is ready to go, but we are going to give Arctic Melons one more second to get their shit together.
Got you. Let me just get this put in self-promotion before I forget. Copy.
If you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on that scrim chat for me, I'm gonna walk away. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeet, yeet. So we're gonna keep an eye on scrim chat here. This game, very formidable matchup. We just scrimmed Clear Sights, and we have played Arctic and Melons. Coming from my eyes, both of these two teams are really strong playoff contenders. I mean, heck, even in the last season, Arctic was on the cusp of the playoffs. So, I mean, both of these teams have shown huge promise early on in the season, both of them pulling out big wins early. I'm kind of excited to see which one of them can pull out this win.
To be honest, this season in the league, it's hard to say who isn't a finals contender at this point. All teams are doing so well. I mean, every team has the potential. With this only being week 3 out of 11, yeah,
we got a lot of time left. And just looking at the standings, this could have big implications, at least early on here on our playoff picture. Both of these teams currently undefeated, but one has to take a loss and go 2-1 this week. Whoever that is, we won't know till after map 4, potentially map 5. And with the way map differential works, any map loss could lead to some interesting standings down the road.
it definitely could. And it looks like we have a decision. The ZF Dabbing Doomfist game will happen tonight at 7 CST. So almost as soon as this game's done, we're going to jump right into another one.
I'm down. I like it.
Both teams are ready. So Arctic Melons, Clear Sights, Hanamura. Let's go.
And I'm going to be honest with you, right out of the gate, if Clear Sights attacks first, I'm almost guaranteeing we see Grab Dragons right from them with a Hammond. They've been running quite a lot these last 2 weeks, especially on the attacking portion of Hanamura, and to great success, might I add. So why fix what isn't broken?
Exactly. If it's working for you, keep doing it. But then again, you run the risk of teams figuring out what you're doing and making maneuvers purely to stop that. And then you're left scrambling.
Yep, that is true. I mean, personally, coming from a captain, and after our first 2 weeks, yeah, we had that problem. We tried mixing it up, and once you mix it up and you get away from the norm, it does give you kind of an edge of sorts, as they have no idea what else you can pull out.
Now, I'm not sure if this is just a joke, but it looks like Poetic Ninja is running a Symmetra.
Attack Sim, get him up on the top left high ground here.
And Axfrid is on Wrecking Ball.
Usually that would be what Minimac would play when he was in the lineup, so I'm kind of interested to see what this shift's going to be about.
Nubkiller on Diva and Axfrid on Wrecking Ball. It's interesting. It's interesting to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is a very interesting lineup coming out of the gate here for Clear Sights. Maybe it's just some spawn room shenanigans. Okay, there we go. We got a couple swapping, so maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
No, it looks like they're going to run the attack sim. Oh, no. There we go.
Attack May. Yeah, there you go. Still an interesting pick
Yeah,
of
no,
the two.
they've switched completely. Attack May. Axgrid is definitely running her signature Reinhardt. Alright, let's see. What's Arctic Melons running here? We've got standard Ryan Zarya, 222 comp.
Of course, running the boop that brig there just to deal with the enemy Rhine. Never a bad option. Oh, Axcrid flying over the top.
Amazing.
And there you go. Already a pick apiece. As soon as we say that, Clear Sights makes it half. Senpai, nice double.
The follow-up from Clear Sights working together as a group was absolutely amazing there. They were being frozen by the Mei and picked off by the Reaper before anybody had time to challenge those.
Yeah, I will agree. They are running a very tight-knit kind of brawl comp here, which is very essential in this kind of comp.
Poet has switched to the Tracer now.
There you go, just gonna harass the back lines there, maybe try to pick the Mercy early. Not the worst idea in the world, but with that Brig in the back line, you're gonna have to be super careful.
Charge straight down through mid onto the point.
Yep. Enemy Reinhardt is behind your supports. That's kind of something you don't see very often, but it's gonna lead to some results.
And a huge charge on Senpai from Itzacrit coming out. Taking her out of the game early could be a huge advantage in Arctic Melon's favor.
Walton pulling off the Coalescence to get one, and Axcrid winning the Rhine duel down below. I'll make it two for her.
We definitely need to take care, they definitely need to take care of Nub Killer on this Zarya.
Yeah, and it
He's
looks
at
like
100 charge.
Yeah, no, at this point, if that Zarya is at that high of a charge, you make them a priority. It doesn't matter if that Rhine shield's in the way or not, you push past it. You can't let a Zarya stay uncontested like that for very long.
Definitely not.
Yep. I will say though, very, very nice push here by Clear Sights. 6 minutes left on the board. You don't see that too often, or at least not in this league. We haven't.
Definitely not. Not against a team as with the caliber of Arctic Knights. That was definitely a push I did not expect to happen.
I mean, not gonna lie, it looked very snowballish to me. I mean, first point got completely taken over, and they just pushed straight through middle and dominated.
Let's see what Arctic Melons can do in retaliation here. It looks like they're both sticking with their standard 2-2-2. Tom has gone Diva for this push, though. Danny Vasca on the Doomfist. He may be able to make progress with that if they can manage to juggle Axgrid.
Let's say, yeah, you could really...
If they can get Axgrid out of the fight, that may be extremely helpful.
Either that, or even if you do miss Axe Crit on the juggle, even if your Rocket Punch just gets one of those supports, knocks them into the back wall, they're done for. Especially if it's Bats here on the Mercy. Especially on defense, if you don't have that res, it's a lot harder to keep up with your opposing team on this first point of Hanamura. Spawn is just too far away.
Definitely. Alright, so it looks like I do need to make the announcement that that game will go through. I will do it.
I'm not gonna lie though, I think this is one of the first times we've actually seen Danny Vasca pull out the Doomfist in league action here. We've seen it plenty of times in scrims.
He's been doing it frequently in scrims, yeah.
Oh, he's just flying over the top and not scatter that storm arrow now. Still not used to that. As the brawl will continue on the outside of the choke. We'll say nice pick by Rama, but it's quickly rezzed up by Bats. Gonna make the fight back in Clearsight's favor. Oh, there you go, Senpai getting a pick. And everything falling in the favor of Clearsight's there. Only two left standing here, and Miss Sugar Kicks and Ramen. Rough start here on first push, but they do have a lot of
Nub Killer is still sitting at 70 charge even after the enemy team has respawned and starting to group back up. They've got to do something about the charge they're feeding that Zarya.
Yep, I will say great bubble management on his end, by the way. Just when you get a Zarya that can get charged that much that fast, they're doing something right. You know they have those cooldowns on lock. Great play by him.
He's at 80 charge still. He does a fantastic job managing.
Double! Both supports in the back lines.
Pulse bomb.
Oh, make it a triple.
Ramen Man cleaning up the squishies in the back.
And then Axcrid instant by saying no.
That was a waste of a Death Blossom there.
Actually, I wouldn't say so.
I don't understand why Arctic isn't pushing to point here.
I will say,
They don't have the numbers anymore.
Yep, at this point, I do kind of agree with the Death Blossom there. After the Shatter, it was more of a maneuver to lower down, and X-Crit got 2 kills out of it, which is really good. And even before that, Senpai had 2 or 3 picks of her own.
X-Grid has been rezzed by Batwings.
And there you go, just going to charge on it back out. Smart plan there. Just trying to keep alive. Oh, Arctic Shatter.
That was a 3-man Shatter.
2 or 3. Oh, 3. Yeah, my bad. That is 3 picks here by Arctic. They have a chance to take this point here. Let's see.
Arctic needs to push in on their Reinhardt.
Yep. X-Crew trying to fight all of them alone. Getting this solo Shatter on the Moira. Or Zen, sorry. I'm a little blind today.
That's alright. We're all a little.
But we'll say Bat's trying to hold it for a little bit longer. Didn't quite work.
So Arctic Melons does take point A on Hanamura. They had a rough start, but it looks like they're finally getting their things together.
Now, I will say, no matter what, though, Clearsights does hold advantage here if we do go into a round 3 and 4. They still have more time on the clock. And
they definitely do.
I mean, already a minute from the get-go, and it will only get worse and worse if Arctic can't grab this point right away.
I don't know if pushing top right on Hanamura is a valid strategy anymore. It used to be when people held the point, but when people hold the top, you're forcing them to come off the high ground to fight you on point.
Nice shield block by X-Crit, by the way.
Sorry, it's one, I have a position.
Sorry, I just love when Ryans do that. It's one of my favorite moments in the game, I guess.
Sorry, it's one.
But, I will agree, attacking this top right portion of the map is not very viable anymore. Too much spam. And too much CC in the game at this point.
And Nubkiller has Graviton, so forcing yourselves into a small room like that.
Not gonna lie, I think you do the exact opposite. Instead of attacking top right, you push straight mid. You force them to jump off that high ground and brawl you on the point. Especially with a tracer like Ramen Man that can harass the back lines, and of course Danny Vesca that can also dive in with that tracer. Ooh, nice pick by Senpai as well, getting the getting Ramen. Grab out, getting the Rhine. Dragon's coming in after that. Nice little combination backing off the opposing team, and you still have 2 big ults, almost 3. Very good ult management there on the side of Clearsights.
Clearsights has always done a fantastic job of managing their ult economy.
They always have, and they do run a lot of combo comps, especially with the grab dragons and everything. It's one of their, in my opinion, signature comps that they almost always run. I guess we can also consider that triple tank with Hammond a thing of theirs now as well, since they've been running it frequently as of late. Ooh, big double by X-Crid on the Shatter, and only one left here is Miss Sugar Kicks, also eliminated by X-Crid. And you still have 2 big ults left, halfway to 2 more, and Rally's very close behind. They're just too much ult advantage here on the side of Clearsights. They have a huge edge. If you look at the ult numbers, Arctic may get 2, 3 this fight. On the side of Clearsights, they should be able to get almost all of theirs except maybe Shatter. As a Diva Bomb, ooh, gets stuck on the podium, or the little shrine. Gets none. Double by Sin on the high noon. Great play by her. Rally out on the point maybe just to keep the brawl pushed back. Not a bad strategy. As looks like to me Clearsights is taking this brawl once again. I will say, what do you have to change up here on the side of Arctic, as at this point you haven't had a lot of luck pushing in top right or mid? Like, what kind of...
I would probably switch the Doomfist and go for something that has a little bit more direct frontline damage. Maybe a Reaper of your own to try and break that shield, get the tanks out of the way without doing absent... Oh.
Nice double on the grab dragons. Beautiful as always.
Without doing absent-minded damage to the Zarya's charge as a Junkrat. I think a Reaper would be a better choice here for them.
I do agree, and especially since you can have that Reaper flank with your Tracer to harass the back if needed, just to cause even more of a disturbance.
Because it looks like It'sicrit's doing a fantastic job of pulling the aggro of their front lines, because they're focusing him down hard. So if they could get 2 high damage characters in their back lines, it may help.
I was about to say, if you have high damage and you're pinching a team like this, something has to give, either the front or the back.
Danny Vasquez doing nothing but being ult fodder at this point on the Sting Fist.
We'll say nice charge down the Axcrid. Oh! The 3-man on the Shatter! Beautiful by Axcrid!
That was a beautiful shatter on the side of Clear Sights. Axcrid proving once again why she's an amazing Reinhardt and no one to be trifled with.
But Crit will fight back though, getting Axcrid out of this fight for now. Gonna keep fighting on the top middle there. Meteor Strike coming inbound.
It'sicrit also a super and aggressive Reinhardt. Oh, that was a beautiful shield covering his entire team by getting in the face of that McCree.
Coalescence Shatter.
He will be picked afterwards, but it was a fantastic shield nonetheless.
Yes, it was, and now the DPS here on the side of Clear Sights coming in, showing how they play, getting 4 picks between the 2.
Poetic Ninja showing that he's more than just a pretty Tracer.
Yeah, I heard he can pull a Sombra out too every once in a while. I want to see this, and maybe we'll have a chance to see it in this game.
I do enjoy watching him play Sombra, but from what I understand, he does not enjoy playing Sombra.
Well, even with that, map 1 falls in favor of Clear Sights. Play goes to the tank in Axcrid. Beautiful. I always love a good Reinhardt play.
Oh, beautiful pin into a fat hammer. Quadruple kill. Yeah, she earned that one.
It brings a tear to my eye to see a nice Reinhardt play like that. Nothing gets better in life. But yes, if you're just joining us, folks, map 1, Hanamura goes to Clear Sights after a beautifully executed attack on both points and a strong defense as well on point 2.
Alright, it looks like we've got some subs coming in on the side of Arctic Melons. They are going to be subbing Devil Slayer for It'sicrit and Ginja God for Awesome Eliza. And then Poetic is going to keep Axcrid, Nub, Sin, DJ, and Bats. And Hero, I'm sorry. Okay, so Poetic is coming out with DJ in. And Walton is coming out. And Hero is coming in.
Alright, a bit of mixing up here. I'm wondering if they're gonna go maybe Pharah Reaper, maybe DJ could go pull out the Genji, Senpai of course could pull out the McCree. A lot of DPS options there, or of course we could see Sen on tank, support, Axcrit the same. Lots of versatility in this Clear Sights lineup.
So now we are going to King's Road.
Looking at Arctic, looks like we'll see a couple of interesting shifts there. Eliza will probably be on Tracer, maybe the Mercy, heck even the Zarya that she's good at. Ramen's still in there. And Danny's still in there.
Alright.
I can't quite pin what they could do here. Both teams showing some interesting comps. Or at least lineups here to start off King's Row.
Maybe they've been working in secret.
I will say, anytime you can pull out some kind of secretive strat is always the best. Especially if it's one that is usually not used a lot.
Alright, both teams are ready. So, map number 2, Clear Sights versus Arctic Melons on King's Row. If I can ever get to the start button. Start.
1-0 favor of Clear Sights as we enter our hybrid map of the evening. Kinda interested to see what we see on King's Row. As we've heard before, this is, in most people's opinions, one of the most balanced maps in the game, and it lends itself to a wide variety of strategies. You never know quite what you're going to face when playing a team on King's Row. I mean, we've seen triple tank work, we've seen goats, we've seen even double snipers at some points, triple support. Anything and everything under the sun can be pulled out here on attack and defense, and theoretically be viable. But if some of these picks are to be believed, we might see a Torbjorn Widow combo. I am definitely down for some interesting offensive strats like that. Attack Torb is best Torb. No one can change my mind. Let's see here. On the side of Arctic, they are pulling out a Torb of their own. Maybe? No, wait, no, never mind. Going back into the spawn room to change. Oh no, come on. Pull out the Torb. You know you want to. Also have a Hammond still in spawn, I believe. Yep, there we go. Definitely some interesting picks, at least in the spawn room. On the side of clear sites, looks like we're going to see...
So we are going to pull back to the lobby. It looks like some of the settings aren't taking effect. I have it set up to switch the teams from attack to defense after each round. It's just not doing it.
Weird.
So... let's see if that helps.
Oh no, now I can already see it. I'm going to be calling clear sites Arctic and Arctic clear sites. Oof. Dang it, Overwatch. Is this another bug? Thank you, Jeff Kaplan. No, I'm kidding. Don't nerf my main, please. Actually, never mind. That already happened. Alrighty, King's Row, take 2. Let's see. Let's see what kind of interesting things we see coming out of spawn this time. Come on. Someone pull out a defensive Torbjorn at some point. You know, might as well. Okay, a May could work very well as well. Blocking off the choke, just like you would on Hanamura. I like it. So coming out on the defense here, we have the Rheinzar with an Ana Mercy. Reaper May. A DPS duo you don't see very often, but seems like it has some interesting kind of synergy you could pull off there. And then on the side of Arctic, looked like they're going for a Rheinzar, Lucio Mercy, Tracer, Widow. Or at least, I'm assuming the Widow's to get an early pick, then it'll be a swap.
Chubby, I'm going to have to leave you alone for your commentary for just 5 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. I got this.
I don't know, I might not. I can put in my 2 cents every now and then.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But here we go. Attack phase starting off here for Arctic. Ball already off, blocking them off slightly. So we're gonna see a nice little brawl here around the statue. Oh Jesus, Danny flying into the back lines there on the Doomfist once again. Okay, interested to see where this comp can go. X-Crit, nice charge. Oh, but it is bubbled. And instead, X-Crit will be destroyed there in the back corner. However, DJ, nice pick on the Zenyatta. And now the picks are just falling in here for clear sites, getting 3.
There is another bug to point out. Whenever we set up the spectators to only spectate their team, when I just went in and manually switched the teams, now the enemy team can only spectate the enemy team.
Overwatch, why are you broken?
Just don't cheat, assholes. We'll fix it next round. Next game.
Now, and here we go. This brawl still continuing on almost a minute into the game. No one's really clearly taking this one. Oh, already a grab out on the side of Arctic. They'll get 2 from it. And the res for Arctic will give them an edge. They have 5. Clearsight's though gonna quickly fix that, resing one of their own. I really can't tell who's winning this one. It's 2-3 here in favor of Arctic though. However, Arctic spawn is a little closer. We'll see how this works out. Axcrid looking to stall. Oh! 4-man shatter there as her team's starting to come back into support. That might have bought her team just enough time. Or at least the stall is going to be awful. Nice combo. Sin getting a triple quadra. And suddenly the momentum of this battle has shifted completely. A complete 180 there in this fight as Clearsight's once again asserting their dominance here on the defense. Heck of a fight by Arctic as well though, almost getting a tick and a half. They'll be pushing in with 5 of their ults. Everything but grab, which they used in the midway point of that last fight. Let's see what happens here. We do have a grab on the side of Clearsight, that could really change things. There it goes, shield up, gonna get 4. As the Nano Ryan coming out here.
This entire round is a forfeit.
Huh?
Arctic Melons is in a party chat outside of their team chat.
Oof. So does that mean we keep playing the map? Or I'm in confusion. Ooh, fat shatter by Axcard once again getting 2. We're seeing.
Alright, yeah, I'm pulling them back to lobby.
Nice brawl coming on here as it is captured as we go back to lobby. Why would you have a party outside of these? Well, then that does mean. Wait, is it like a party chat or a group chat?
It's a party chat.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense when it's explained in Scrum chat. So, King's Row by default here will be going to clear sites. They're the ones on the blue side. The names. I nearly got confused here myself. I swear
Bear with us 1 second while we get this sorted.
Let's say I thought we did. And I've always said you cannot have party chats. Yet
We
players.
have.
Or at least you can't mix your players. So just for confirmation's sake, if there was a party chat, correct, and all the players were out of the game, that's legal, correct?
Correct. If you are in a party chat but you are not in the game, you are just spectating, you can talk to other spectators in a party chat.
But if you're ever subbed in, you must...
cannot be in the party chat in a game.
Okay, so if you were put into the game, though, you could leave the party chat and everything be hunky-dory. That makes a lot of sense to me. I like that.
Alright. For who? Leave Tom in.
So let's see. Does this mean we're moving on?
I'll put you in for Eliza. No, Arctic Melons needs a few moments to discuss things amongst themselves.
I'm about to say it's always been Port-Ivore.
I'm
rules here
gonna
in
mute
PG.
the chat so we don't hear their in-game.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, has always been a rule, and I know sometimes we do forget, so this is a nice reminder. You can be in a party chat, yes, but only if you are not playing in a game, or you are in the game. If you are spectators, you are fine to be in a party chat. However, as soon as you are subbed in, you must leave. Just because things can, and of course, you know, we do trust y'all not to cheat, but that's still always a possibility. So, but as we get all this settled up in our chats, let's get ready for map 3, which is, Jesus, we played these maps for 3 weeks now and I still can't remember. It's the one where you do the thing.
Lijiang.
Yes, that one. The one with the
Alright,
pits.
so for clear sites, it's going to be Axe Grid, Nub Killer, Poet. Alright, so let's get Poet in for DJ, I believe. Hero and Walton. The Walton in for Bats.
So let's see. As we are getting our substitutes moved in here for map 3, so far I have 2 prime MVP candidates, one from each team. Of course, on the side of clear sites, well, actually I got 3 because I give them a co-MVP here. Axcrid and Nub Killer, the 2 tank duo of clear sites. One swings the hammer and shatters like nobody's business. The other stays high charge and melts the opponent. Really can't pick one out of the 2. So halfway point, co-MVPs at clear sites, Axcrid and Nub. On the side of Arctic, there's been a lot of good players going through so far in this game, but I do think at this point Ramen Man is my choice so far as their MVP, just for the fact of his backline harassment has been on point, and especially on Hanamura towards the end there, when it looked like Archie could have tipped the scales. That fat triple nearly shifted the tide of the game. So far, Ramen is Arctic's MVP.
Alright,
Need some water. There we go. Alright, so Lijiang. It's been one of those maps throughout all 3 weeks worth of games we've had so far that has been known to tip the scales in completely weird ways. Lots of comebacks have started on this map, and plenty of come from behind victories have happened as well coming from this map. So, on this control point, I'm kind of excited to see if Arctic can bounce back here and get their first map win of the game, and potentially make Route 66 a contest to see if we go to map 5.
alright, both teams are ready, so... Oh, I should probably switch the map.
Yes. To Lijiang. One of the few maps that rivals Ilios for environmental kills. So many holes.
Lijiang Tower, clear sites versus Arctic Melons. Let's begin.
Yes. So far, clear sites entering this game 2-0. Or this map 2-0, my bad. Could we see clear sites advance to 3-0 this week? Or will Arctic force map 4 to be 2-1? We will see. First point here on Lijiang, I went blank for a second, is Control Center. The only indoor map of the bunch. Lots of tight brawling is the best part here, or you can even run a bit of far if needed. High ground, of course, is great for the soldier. Maybe a Torb. Non-biased, I promise. Or McCree. Some of the best plays you can have. But at least looking at the way the teams are coming out of spawn, on the side of Arctic, we're going to see a dive comp. Instead, though, subbing out a Genji for a Doomfist. Pretty interesting swap there. Wanting to see where this goes. On the side of Clear Sights, we're going to see Ryan, Czar, Reaper, and there's the Sombra. There you go. We're going to see Poet play the Sombra. I'm completely 100% down to see this. We don't get to see it very often. So it's a
I'm definitely interested in seeing Poet pull out his Sombra as well. Give me 1 second, Chubby. I'm going to go handle a few things. The commentary's yours for a few minutes.
Got you. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. We are seeing Danny swap to the McCree. Pretty good hit scan on his part with the Tracer, so maybe just to stop any kind of dive. Of course, with the Reinzar, you have the Brig on the side of Clear Sights. Really tight net broad comp coming out of them. Axcray getting the charge on Devil, pushing them back. However, Poet taken out early by the McCree. Res off on Arctic side. They have 6. Looks like they're pushing in. That's another pick by Danny here. Axcray not going to let that stand, though. Swinging away against Devil. Shatter getting blocked by a beautiful shield there on Devil's part. Getting 2. Danny getting a total of 3 kills in this contest as Arctic will get first grabs here of the control point. We'll say they are looking very strong here on the ult department. Almost have 4 ults up. 2 more that are halfway. It should be getting up very soon considering it's the Mercy support ult there. And grab with a very nicely charged Czar. We'll see what happens as Clear Sights pushes in. They do have Coalescence. And they're actually catching up there. Nub catching up 92%. Actually jumping ahead of Tom. There you go, Walton getting a pick. Sugar Kicks with the Coalescence getting one as well. Just trying to keep her team up. Grav coming out, forcing Coalescence out on Clear Sight's side. Not going to stop the Pulse Bomb and charge. Arctic once again pulling out a nice stop here. And they have 3 ults to spare. Great play on their part. Clear Sights, they're going to have EMP along with Grav and the Death Blossom. Heck of a combo if you can pull this off right, and you could easily take a point. However, on the side of Arctic, oh, there you go, EMP out on the point. Any follow-up? No, it did not get Danny, so Grav will not be coming out as Nub is killed. That's not going to stop Clear Sights, though, getting 4 picks in the span of about a second, leaving only Ramen left, but the point's already taken. Clear Sights getting their first control of this middle point here on control point. Alrighty, so you still got both tank ults and Rally. Coalescence isn't far behind. There you go, Rally pulled now just to get some extra armor before the fight. We have Valk, we have Grab, all kinds of ults coming out here. Senpai grabbing a double. Hero, nice damage orb chunk there on their part. Quickly knocking out 4 and only using a couple ults to do it. Not bad. Death Blossom nearly to half. EMP getting up there as well. And knowing Nub, he's been high charged for most of his time out here in this game so far. So Grav should not be far behind as well. So let's see how this frontline fighting goes. 2 ults apiece. Shatter blocked by the shield. Both Shatters blocked. Double Coalescence as well, but Danny and Ramen giving their team a slight edge early with 2. Devil gonna make it 3. Yeah, never mind. Forget what I just said as Devil is rezzed, giving Arctic all of their players as they will recapture the point. As Clear Sights gets 66%. So here you go. You got another 2 ult edge. Your opposing team, however, well, never mind. They're gonna EMP will not be coming out. We will see Hanzo. Grab Dragons coming into play with the Death Blossom. Interesting combo, especially for control. Here we go. We're getting to that point where it's almost a magic number. It's almost... Oh, Grav! Not going to get anything with the High Noon. Ooh, Death Blossom stopped by the McCree. 4 picks. Make it 6. and a res later. Point is taken here by Arctic Melons. There you go, Arctic Melons taking map 1 of 3 of Lijiang. Round 2 will be... Is this... I know I'm gonna get some slack for this, but is this... Gardens? I don't remember. I just know it's the one with the shrine. This is... That's all I know. It's the one with the shrine, and it's my favorite of the bunch. Just for the fact of, I don't know, I guess it's the aesthetic. And also just the indoor brawling. You know, if you know me, I love to brawl. That's just my type of Overwatch map. But here we go. We're going to see almost a pretty similar lineup, except Clearsight subbing out the Reaper for a McCree. And they're going to bring in the Ana Moira combo. Nice picks here. On the side of Arctic, they are pulling out the Lucio early again. Everything else is the same beyond that. Oh, Axe Crid. Going for a charge, gets booped and stunned. Clearsight's quickly just fighting Arctic off the point here. Oh, one pick. Will that lead to more? We'll see, because Danny's gone. Oh,
3
res.
picks.
There you go. 3, 4.
It looks like the picks are falling in favor of Clearsight, so they will be taking this point.
Yes,
or holding this point.
Yes, on map 2 they will get first claim of the point here. And they already have Shatter. Jeez, that was fast. Danny, though, picking up Nub. Gonna knock out all that Zarya charge.
That's a fantastic pick right there. Picking Nub Killer at the beginning of a fight gives your team a huge advantage.
Yes, it does. And here we go. Both Ryans going down. Nano Ryan with the Shatter. Getting 2. And now Poet just kind of cleaning up the rest along with Walton. There was 6 on the point. And then all of a sudden 2 ults. No, I'm sorry, just 2 ults just completely switched this fight around. However, Arctic coming up on about 4 of their ults. Sound Barrier, Valk, Grab, and the Shatter. Yeah, Clearsight is pretty close as well. They should get 4 this fight, and potentially 5 out of the Rhine Shatter. We'll see. Shatter down by Arctic, getting at least 1, which is Axe Grid. Coalescence out as well. On the side of Clearsight. There's a Grab, another Shatter. Valk is out. There's High Noon. The big triple and a headshot to conclude the quad. Beautiful play by Sin. And just a volley of ults there to that fight. I couldn't keep track of how many ults that was. It looked like 7. Poet firing the dragons. Immediately gets 1. And they're just going to fly back to spawn. They don't have res. So this will be a 5v6 here for Arctic pushing into this point. Yeah, never mind. As soon as we say that 3 go down, make it 4 or 5, team wipe. That will end map 2.
They are going to go to a 3rd map on Elios, but Arctic proving that they can't be counted out just yet.
That is correct. 3rd point here on Lijiang is this Gardens. I don't remember which one's Gardens. Someone remind me.
Gardens is the one with the white room on one side and the bridges on the other.
Okay, yep. Then we are on Gardens. There we go. Yeah, I know. I'm going to be hearing about that one. And I might be hearing about that one in the chat. I don't remember. There's the one with the Shrine, Control Center, and Gardens. There we go.
They just left Control Center.
Yeah. Wait, no. I thought Control Center was the first one.
Wait, yeah, you're right. Excuse me.
I don't know. I'm confused on these control point map names. I just remember them by little details. This one's Fish Pond Hole. There you go. A lot simpler. Come on, Blizzard. Hire me to name your characters. I got you. Here you go. Pulling the more dive comp out here on the side of Arctic. Even throwing out Pharah. Attacking by air and land and everything in between. Wait. Oh well, Arctic looks like they'll take first claim of the point here as they res their Pharah as well, giving them all 6 of their people up in this fight. Yep, and numbers are definitely going to give the advantage here. As Clearsight's backing out over the bridge, giving Arctic first claim to the point. Gotta say though, liking the choice of Sin going back to the Reaper, most likely to counter the Winston and the dive as a whole. Very good option. And the Hanzo as well. Diva Bomb by Tom going into the back lines. Gonna get two! However, Senpai's not gonna let that go free. Getting the Winston. Coalescence out by Miss Sugar Kicks. As the res comes out. Double to Coalescence. Nice play by Miss Sugar Kicks. So at this point, Winston v Winston battle as well coming out here. We'll say at this point though, Arctic does have a slight ult advantage as they will get Primal Rage, and of course we know how fast Coalescence can charge up in the middle of a team fight, so they will very easily have 5 by the end. Clearsight's though working on 4. The grab was eaten as Dragons comes out. Barrage as well, getting 2. Dragons will get the Pharah, and Senpai will take out one.
2 picks. So they're fairly even, but they do get the res on Danny Vasca.
Oh, but Axe Crit is saying, no, that ain't gonna happen. Axe Crit getting 2, and Poet will finish off the Diva. Death Blossom to get the Pharah, and the opposing Winston out. Oh, there you go, Ramen. He's just fighting for a percent at this point, getting his team to 99. Maybe just to stall off long enough for his team to get back in and keep this point. That will not be the case as Clearsight gets their first taste of the point here on map 3. We'll say at this point though, you don't really have much to counter a Diva Bomb, and at this point Arctic just needs one more grabbing of the point and they win this map. So you gotta be very careful on what you do here if you're on the side of Clearsight. Let's see, double Coalescence, the Diva Bomb coming out. Gonna get 1. Primal Rage, Axe Crit I believe got a boop, I couldn't tell, but that's 2.
Yeah, that was 2 boops with Primal Rage there for her.
I'm almost guaranteeing that is your play of the game right there. Prime candidate for it. Danny though getting a boop of his own on Senpai. Pulse Bomb out.
Coming out and getting no one.
Oh, there
Danny
you go.
Vasca with a pick on Hero of Time with that barrage.
However, match is staying pretty even here. Never mind, Senpai says it's going in Clearsight's favor.
Raymond getting the pick on Axe Grid, however, and taking down Walton as well.
Yeah.
It's a main tank and the support player out of the fight if they can get back.
Ooh, nope. Senpai though getting the pick there. Almost has Blossom again, and Clearsight's having 4 ults, as we will see Arctic entering with none. They do have a couple close though. Pulse Bomb and Valk are pretty easy to get out, especially with the healing output we're seeing here on the side of Arctic. So maybe they'll have 2 ults to play with here. CS though has 4, and will most likely have 5 with Coalescence.
Dragons coming out onto the fight, onto
Yep.
the point, excuse me, pushing the team back.
There you go, just pushing all their ults out, getting 2 picks with them. And
3
a 3.
picks.
4. I mean, here we go. Whoever wins this fight wins this map. That's all it's going to take. Primal Monkey, or not Primal, Nano Monkey is going to finish off this map as Clearsights have a 3-0 lead. Clearsights once again taking home a win this week, making it 3-0. However, we still got one more map to play on Route 66.
We have one more map. Play of the game going to Senpai on the 3.
Really, Overwatch, fixture play, the game system. No, never mind, this was the big 4-piece, never mind. I think that beats a couple boops any day.
That was a beautiful play of the game.
And
that could have been prevented if Reinhardt had held his shield up instead of swinging in that grab.
Yes, but I will say, the beautiful hello there at the end by Senpai. That was a nice little touch to end a play of the game. That was beautiful. Oh yes, and thank you YouTube comments. I do see that now. The one I was calling Gardens was actually Night Market. I'm sorry.
Night Market, you're right.
I'm just gonna call it food stands. How about that?
So let's get these subs in for clear sites. We have Senpai, Nub, Poet. Oh, nope, it disappeared right in front of my eyes.
Magic.
Let's try that again.
Let's see, we're getting our subs in map 4, Route 66, our escort map. Clear sites once again getting 3 maps. They are looking really
so let's
strong
try this again.
in this set of maps.
Senpai, Nub Killer, Poet, Axe Grid, DJ, and Bats. So Hero of Time and Walton will be coming out.
So let's see, I do have a question.
I'm waiting to hear back from Arctic.
For you, Miss Crit. Do you know if the maps are rotating after this? Are we entering stage 2 starting next week?
Next week will be stage 2. We will have 4 new maps.
That's what I've been thinking. So, Clear Sight's looking very dominant here in stage 1 as they will finish 3-0 starting off the season. Very nice start for them. Arctic Melons will go to 2-1. Still going to keep them high in the standings though.
Arctic is calling for It's a Crit to be switched with Danny Vasca, but he is not able to join the game. Let's see if we can get him an invite.
Let me see. I'm looking on my list. There we go.
There goes the invite.
I will say very strong performances from both teams. Will say though, it looks like the ult economy has been falling in favor of clear sites, especially with their combos, especially the Grab Dragons when they started using it, and anything with the shatters has been huge for them so far in this game. You have to find a way to counter those combos. I'm almost thinking you have to run a Zen here at this point just to counter Grab Dragons. Almost a guarantee.
Alright, so we are going to Route 66.
So, since we're rotating maps, does that mean next week we play Horizon, Oasis, Blizzard, and Junkertown, right?
I'm not sure what the maps for next week are, or for in the next... I don't remember what the word is.
Like whoever picks the maps, or whatever picks the maps, please give me those 4 maps. Trust. Best rotation ever.
To be honest, I don't think we have a founder assigned to the map picking. We have someone to pick the schedule, but not the maps.
Can I do the maps? Rubs hands maniacally. Come on.
Alright, so Arctic Melons do need a few seconds to get their things together.
Yes. This game brought to you by this random knockoff brand water bottle I've been drinking the whole game, keeping my throat hydrated AF.
No, this game brought to you by coffee.
I've never seen this brand before, but hey, it's pretty good. And y'all telling me different
Can you
brands.
check and see if your team's ready, please?
Like if you say different brands of water don't have different taste, you're wrong. I will fight you on this after the stream though.
Agreed. Alright, so both teams are ready. So, map 4, Route 66, Clear Sites versus Arctic Melons. Begin.
Let's see if Clear Sites can 4-0 here to end off stage 1, or if we will see Arctic Melons pull out a map victory here, making it a 3-1 win in favor of Clear Sites. Now I have noticed the last couple of times we've seen Route 66 and Clear Sites, we've seen Axe Crit jump to the support, and we have seen Senpai go to the tank. So I'm kinda wondering if they'll copy that same strategy, or if they'll swap it up a little bit.
I'm not sure. It sounds like Devil Slayer is going to stay on their Reinhardt, so that means we'll be seeing some DPS out of It's a Crit today.
Ooh, nice. Does that mean the fabled legendary Hanzo shall make an appearance?
The legendary Hanzo play. I don't think he likes pulling out Hanzo on Route 66. No, it looks like he's going to be playing with Raid.
Maybe on the defense, especially second point. I mean, come on, there's so many sight lines. We got to see it at some point, right?
Right. Maybe. We'll see.
And just looking at these YouTube comments, yeah, people are backing me up. I agree. Water does taste different. Yeah, y'all are right.
Oh, definitely. Smart water is my favorite water.
You know, honestly, I don't drink a lot of water. I'd rather prefer the carbonated kind in like a Dr. Pepper.
Oh, agreed. Dr. Pepper is bae. But no, smart water. If I'm forced to drink water, I enjoy smart water the best.
I guess apparently I like this Hill Country Fair purified drinking water. I don't even know what brand this is, but I found it in the fridge, so I'm gonna drink it.
Probably a store brand.
I'm gonna drink it. It's pretty.
Alright, so let's see. DJ Prince on the Genji. Looks like it's a crit made a good decision picking the McCree then to maybe try and stun that Genji out and get him out of the fight. Senpai on Zenyatta.
Oh, I didn't even notice Clear Sights was on the attack. Yes, this dive does make a lot of sense for them. They've been running it almost constantly on the attack each week since they started playing this map. Ooh, 2 early picks by the tanks to start it off. And DJ gonna make it 2 on the side of Clear Sights.
Devil Slayer and It's a Crit taken out of the fight fast, followed by Awesome Eliza. DJ Prince putting in some work on this Genji.
I was about to say, this boy is really good at Genji, but definitely over this whole stage, he's been showing he has a much larger hero pool. Very proud of him for that. Yes. Oh, and DJ is res, so Clear Sights will have 6 to continue the push.
And DJ picks Devil Slayer instantly, the beginning of that push.
As they're gonna just push straight through the giant doors, leaving the payload behind though.
It's a Crit has switched to Hanzo. You do get to see your Hanzo. Your wishes come true.
Ah, yes, I knew we had to see both Shimada brothers on either side.
Nubkiller with the pick on Awesome Eliza with the Diva Bomb, but Raymond Man picking off Baby Diva as the bomb goes off.
Ooh, nice. Barely escaping the Diva Bomb there.
But we'll Tom getting no one with his Diva Bomb.
Did get one.
Batwing's popping Valkyrie to kind of solidify this push for his team.
I'd say honestly at this point, this is when you just pop that power boost and go team, be free. Majestically murder all the things.
Exactly.
Like, a wise healer I know once said, there's no healing to do if everyone's dead. On the enemy team, of course. You know, if your own team's dead, that's a problem.
Exactly. If your team is dead and you're in Valkyrie, you've done something terribly wrong.
Yeah, this is the moment when I apologize to every healer I've ever played with.
You should, as you should.
Because I am that aggressive AF Ryan that makes your job a nightmare, but it's fun as fuck. You can't stop me. The Shatter, though, looked like it got one.
Devil Slayer with a massive pin on Poetic Ninja, catching him against the front of the payload, but being picked off by DJ Prince.
And it looks like Tom
catching... coming out on Poet.
Tom catching the hands of the angry Axe Crid there on the Primal. As that is a team wipe. This dive, very effective by Clear Sights. They know how to run it very well.
I feel like Genji God would have been a good sub here. And running his Brigida, or yeah, his Brig. However, you couldn't have predicted the dive out of them. They haven't ran it yet today, so.
However, they always, if you do look back at their past league games, they've run it both times they played attack on this map. They have run it both, so that would have been a nice.
I should probably pay attention to league games.
I was about to say, usually I catch the end, so this is like the only map I've caught, I think, or that I can remember. But here you go, 5 minutes entering the 3rd point here for Clear Sights. That's a lot of time to work with.
That is quite a bit of time.
Especially. Oh.
However, this is one of the harder points to take if you lose your momentum at all because of the respawn.
And here you go, Diva Bomb out, getting the
Diva Bomb getting Senpai, and demeching their Diva. It's a crit with the pick on DJ Prince, but Devil Slayer falling to Axe Crid.
And there you go, Sin of the Trans coming out here as the dragons are unleashed. Gonna buy Sin gonna buy her team some time there, and then Valk coming out. Maybe they can push through here and keep the momentum. We'll see. Crit res.
Awesome Eliza getting the res.
But they do lose one of their healers and miss sugar kicks due to Poet. Ooh.
Devil Slayer once again picked by Senpai.
The power of the Iris definitely found its way to his face there on the toss. Alright. I couldn't think of nothing. I tried. But here you go. 5 on point.
Miss Sugar Kick's coming out with that coalescence, hoping to stall some time for her team to get back.
You know, Dragon
But
Blade.
DJ Prince popping Dragon Blade.
Oh, Primal though by Devil. Gonna just try to buy his team some time. We'll see.
Will it work?
Jumping way back down.
Senpai Rez.
Diva Bomb on the point. Oh, shield.
Point.
Gotta get everybody there. Ramen and Tom are the only two left here. Oh, and Miss Sugar Kicks. Trying to fight off this dive. We'll see if it works. Oh, the Diva Bomb. Getting
Gets
none.
no one.
Even though it
With
looked
those
like it
Diva
should've.
Bombs, you'll have to drop them on top of the payload. If they're on top of the payload, you can't use the payload to hide behind, but when they are in front of it, you can.
Dang, that
Just looked like the Diva Bomb fell short.
Rip the payload's design there, but CS just fighting. They're just not gaining ground or losing it either.
It's a crit coming in with Death Blossom, getting Poetic Ninja, but being picked by Axgrid shortly after.
Oh, but there you go. All kinds of ults coming out here. Diva Bomb, Dragon Blade getting 2.
Oh my goodness.
That might be the chance they needed here. There's only really supports left.
Batwings has been picked. So is Awesome Eliza and Miss Sugar Kicks, though. The
and
supports
it's a crit.
are down
And Ramen.
for both teams.
There you go. Only the 2 tanks left.
The trickle is hard.
I mean, Arctic has always been one of those
Pulse
teams
Bomb
that's been
coming
good at
out
the
and
trickle.
getting no one.
Oh, come on. Eliza going to stall it off a little bit longer as Miss Sugar Kicks coming back in as well. Both DPS
Miss
are now
Sugar
back
Kicks
in.
picks instantly.
There goes It's a Crit. And
Oh,
finally.
and they finally got it. That was a fantastic trickle hold by Arctic, though. That
Almost
was insane.
Almost 2 minutes.
It felt like they were respawning the second they died. They held them for almost 3 minutes.
I will not lie. I've always thought of Arctic as the king of stall. That's just it. They are the best at it from what I've ever seen and played against in this league, and they definitely proved it
You
right
would
there.
think with as good as they are at stall, they would run more of a bunker comp. I would suggest maybe having Devil Slayer pick up an Orisa.
That's always a choice, yeah, especially on a map like this. It'd be really
Their
good to have.
stall is absolutely amazing. I think a bunker comp would be fantastic for Arctic.
Oh, I definitely think
Especially with Genja God being such an amazing Brigitte player.
so. Yeah, that would. I mean, you couldn't get any dive back into there. You're all bunkered up and close together. That Moira's going to get high ult charge. There's no downsides. Well, okay, except if someone throws a Diva Bomb over the shield, but that's not important.
Well, that's when you don't play like bots and you move to the other side of the shield. You shield dance.
Ah, dang, but playing like a bot is my specialty. Gets PTSD from last season. That EMP haunts me to this day. Why?
Oh. EMP Diva Bomb 5-man every time we frickin' turned around.
Yeah, no, I still don't hear the end of that from the Sombra.
I can imagine.
That was a pretty good play though, I'll give you that. But high ground defense here on the side of Clearside's pulling the hook and hold with a Genji and a Tracer. Okay, that's an interesting pairing. Alright. You really wouldn't think of that tank combo with those DPS. Very unusual.
Definitely. It looks like a half bunker, half dive comp out of Clear Sights. Bunker with backline? Bunker with no backline protection. Maybe it'll work for him. Let's see.
I mean, I will say, since it is bunker, I could see the Moira working very well. You can get a lot of ult charge since everybody's so clustered together behind a bunker.
The Moira, I agree. The Mercy, I agree with. It's the DPS that I'm questioning.
Yeah, I do as well. Oh, barrage already coming out
It's
here.
a crit already with a barrage. Jesus.
And of course the Coalescence as well coming out on Senpai's end. Shatter as well.
Hammer
and the
down
Pulse.
and pulse bombs. Oh my god. Arctic Knight saying, "Fuck you. These are ours."
There you go. They will take it here. We do have the whole hog coming out. And stop with a sleep.
Axgrid being picked by Ramen Man. DJ Prince falling to Tom.
And we are seeing some substitutions.
Arctic
coming
Knights
here.
will take the first checkpoint.
Pretty.
Poet
dang-
has switched to Soldier to contest. It's a crit on the Pharah.
And we are seeing Axe Crit and Nub going back to the tank combo we know him for, the Rhine Czar. Yeah, that D.Va's may have some problems here if that Zarya gets charged.
A fantastic pick on bats. They do not have Valkyrie or, excuse me, Rez for this fight now. They're playing 5v6.
Yeah, they do not, but you also gotta remember that...
Axgrid falling, Senpai falling. Arctic finally pulling out the damage and the play style that we're used to seeing from them. I'm not sure what happened, but Arctic finally playing like Arctic.
I was about to say, it just took them 3.5 maps, but they're getting into it now. There you go. DJ, nice pick on the Dragon Blade. Nearly got both supports, but the sleep is a powerful tool indeed, as we've come to learn. So Senpai now on the Ana. Oh! As a
beautiful
triple.
pulse bomb coming out of Raymond Man, getting both supports and one of their main DPS players. Absolutely amazing.
And I think that's going to allow Archer to push straight through into
Tom with the help of Eliza taking down Axgrid as well. Valkyrie coming out on the side of clear sights.
Maybe just trying to get back to the point, keep their team alive in the hole. I can't tell, but dragons have been released.
Dragons pushing them out of that small room, so it's a little bit harder for them to flank.
5 minutes,
looks
just like
DJ Prince is still looking for the flank, though.
Yeah, there's a Nub fighting Tom.
Back. He has changed his mind.
Yep, gonna go help Tom there. Getting the deep out of mech. Pulling ult to get back
that was kind of a panic D.Va bomb there.
Actually, that's a very smart strategy. I mean, sometimes you just gotta blow your ult there because you can't earn it back so quickly to stay in a fight.
I'm not sure which hammer hit and which hammer didn't there.
I just saw a lot of hammering down and some people falling down.
Devil Slayer being rezzed by Awesome Eliza, but Awesome Eliza falling to Axgrid.
Yes, and there you go. Clearsight's finally looking like they're getting some of that momentum back here, getting 5. Pushing them back to spawn. Yeah.
Pushing them?
Yeah, pushing them. God dang it, man. I think I need to get more sleep. Oof.
Sorry, no goals. Sorry, no goals.
So here we go. Clearsight's holding out here. Finally got the payload to stop. Can they hold it here on this front corner, though? Nope, once again, a high charge. You gotta do something about this Czar. Especially if they're pocketed. You gotta do something, anything. Oh, never mind, not pocketed. Seeing things. Pulse bomb. Doing a lot of damage to the
Devil Slayer taking out Axgrid. It's a crit picking Poet, but Axgrid being rezzed by Batwings. So Rez is gone. Batwings is out of the fight.
Dragons, both nanos, and a whole bunch of nano Rhine as well. Double by DJ in the back lines with the dragons.
So many picks falling in both teams' favor. I'm not really sure who to... Devil Slayer just standing in front of the point. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're just gonna move it right along since you got some space. Might as well. Axgrid.
Looks like Clear Sights has grouped back up and respond, however.
Yes, and they did knock out Tom here early. Axgrid also getting sugar kicks.
Beautiful anti-nade coming out of the side of Miss Sugar Kicks, but no follow-up from Arctic Knights. All of the enemy team was under half health with that.
It's a nice little sneaky res there on Tom, but Tom will not escape the power of the high charge Czar. That's just not what happens. Oh no!
Whenever people see Zarya start glowing like that, she needs to become an instant target.
Yeah, that is a lot of things.
Your entire team needs to start pumping damage into that Zarya.
Yeah,
hell, tell your Mercy to pull her pistol out. Get the Zarya out of the fight.
I know a big thing that I personally do in my comp games and everything like that is tell them as soon as personal's down, you target that Zarya. Ooh, but Shatter.
Beautiful Shatter coming out. Hold your shield up.
Yep.
There
Grav
you go.
getting 2. Pulse bomb will get Ramen Man though, but insta res.
But Awesome Eliza does get the res off, negating the entire pulse bomb.
Ooh, Nub.
Oh, pulse bomb on Nub Killer. Fantastic pick by Ramen Man. They need to push hard.
Yep, there you go. Even if they do get this push, however, there will be lower in the time bank. They'll have less time to attack on their second play here in a potential round 3.
This is the fight we expected from Arctic today. I'm not sure what happened on any of the other maps, but Ramen Man taking out Nub Killer again. Fantastic. Even if he gets picks on his own, Nub Killer is the target to take out.
Triple shatter. We have the Dragon Blade going off the back line.
Beautiful shatter pin on Axe Grid. Ramen Man picking up the... Oh, now it's just Nub Killer.
Yes, Nub. DJ getting 2 picks. Not going to be enough, though. His team.
Poet getting back to point with a bubble. Can they pick him?
We'll see. He's going to dance around a little bit, just stall.
Respawns are coming back in.
Dragon coming from spawn, it sounds like. There it is. Pop it to the payload.
There it is.
Actually getting a shatter, getting 2. Follow up, though, getting Devil. As there's lots of murdering here on the side of Clear Sight and Arctic. Looked like the Diva Bomb was just to get in the back.
Batwing's contesting. Can they hold it?
Looks like they're going to hold it for as long as they can. Holding out for a
Fantastic job out of Arctic. Fantastic fight. This is what we wanted to see.
And I will say, Clearsight's not going to be outdone on the stall. They had 5 minutes entering that point. They ended off with 30 seconds. That's a heck of an overall stall there by Clearsights as well. Arctic, heck of a last push too, using all their ults they could to finish off the map. Alrighty, you got a full minute to push as far as you can. What do? As you know, you only have about 1 or 2 pushes with that time, unless you can end up staying on that payload. You have to have instant success and get that payload moving. On the side of Clearsights, we are going to see the swap we've been talking about here that we've seen the last 2 weeks. Axcred going to the Ana, Senpai on the Rhine. Nice little swap in roles there. Always nice to see Axcred on the support and Senpai on the main tank. On the side of Arctic, looks like they're pulling a bit of a pirate ship, along with partial dive, a little bit of everything, honestly. Maybe we'll see a Nano Bastion out of this. I would pay to see that. I'm honestly down. But here we go. Clock counts down as we will see Arctic's second attacking push here. I do say at this point though, if you let that Bastion set up, no amount of bubbles are going to save you from that Bastion gun.
Bastion is set up behind an Ursa shield on point. Let's see what happens as they come around this curve.
Yep, nope, that Bastion's gonna mow everybody down that's not behind that shield.
Senpai's shield being melted almost instantly and picked. Fantastic job.
Yep, there goes DJ.
DJ Prince out of the fight.
And
Nub Killer behind the...
Nub just trying his best here to keep the fight
They need
going.
to get that shield back on the Bastion. The respawns are going to start coming in soon.
I do say you gotta have some kind of range damage to get over that shield or something to burst through it, or you're not gonna have any progress. Let's see what they can do though.
Oh, the shield missed the Bastion.
Oh,
Damn
DJ
it.
getting the Bastion. There you go. Grab on point, getting a reset and mercy. 2 Willems there. So much follow up. There's the Valk as well to push them back. And Arctic's push here in round 3, going to stop right before the end of the gas station. Or the diner, gas station, I don't know. The building thing.
Gas station.
Yes, I don't know. The gardens, there you go. We'll just call it gardens as well, why not?
Gardens as well.
Everything says gardens until proven otherwise.
If Arctic Knights, or excuse me, Arctic Melons hadn't gone behind the billboard to the right side of that gas station and they had all stayed on point grouped up together, they would have pushed much further.
I do believe they could have
gone. But they
least...
staggered themselves into that fight.
I do agree.
Even though they had numbers.
I do believe if they would have followed that plan and stayed together a little bit, they could have easily pushed halfway through point 2, especially with that Bastion blowing everything down. Heck, honestly, some kind of ranged DP as to help with the Bastion, maybe like a Junkrat, or you could even pull out the Mei in that scenario to help slow down opponents. Could have been really useful. But Clear Sights, 2 minutes 33 seconds to push right over here next to the gas station. Can they do it? I mean, we've seen them push really fast on this first point, especially with their dive comp. but they're not.
They're
pulling
not
that up
running
right
the
here.
dive.
Surprisingly, here they're going Ryan Zar with all the other components of a dive here.
Let's see.
Interesting call to say the least. Oh, but Poet getting the first pick. Ramen
And
not gonna let this
Ramen
stand.
getting the pick on Poet, and Eliza getting the res on It's a Crit. Evening the fight back up. Tom picking DJ Prince as Zarya. Beautiful pick.
So there you go. That does give Arctic a numbers advantage. Will they be able to take advantage of it, though? That's the question. Oh, hello. Nice charge by
Devil Slayer from the fucking top rope off the gas station
but
like that.
Axcrid picking the
Senpai
Tracer.
responding.
Yep, there you go. This fight has suddenly turned due to one Zen defeating their natural predator, the Tracer. Oh, make it two, as they get the Brig as well. Nani? And no risk for you as Axcrid is using the power of the Iris to clean house. Love it.
Are they going to be able to get back into contest?
Barely. Ramen will
Ramen
get
Man
there.
is there.
No.
And Devil Slayer is behind them somehow.
Oh, but you're
Huge
off the
pick
payload.
on the Mercy. Oh, get back to the payload.
Yep.
Ah,
The charge was beautiful. I'll give Devil that, but you flew off the payload.
he
No.
did.
That's gonna give Clear Sights a 4-0 victory.
4-0.
I'm going to take a guess it was
However,
the triple.
4-0 or not, Arctic finally showing the fight and the talent that we expected to see this entire game. Arctic finally pulling out what they were known for on Route 66. I feel like it was just maybe a little too late.
Yeah, I do agree. They could have pulled that out earlier. Even first map of the game, I honestly believe this game could have gone a completely different direction.
I definitely agree. Alright, so we do need to pick an MVP for today. My vote...
MVP, huh?
I think Axgrid. She showed consistency throughout all 3.5 games. She showed that she's not to be trifled with on Reinhardt or on Winston. She's gotten environmental kills, ult kills, and even just regular, standard attack.
I'm not gonna lie. Those three I picked at halftime definitely showed up in this later part of the game. I still can't make a choice between the three. I had Axe, Cred, Nub, and Ramen Man as my MVPs entering the second half, and they all played
Nub Killer
well.
Also a fantastic choice for that because his Zarya is just so dangerous if left uncontested.
Because I won't lie, without the Zar, Axe Cred may have not been as effective and vice versa. They played off each other so well and built such... They have great chemistry between the two, it seems. And of course, Ramen Man. Nice picks all throughout, especially the pulse bombs. So I honestly can't pick any of those three without picking them all.
Well, we kind of have to.
Yeah, true. Like,
we have to at least narrow it down to 2.
Dang. So I will say Ramen and Axe Cred. Actually, no, Nub
Ramen and Axe Cred?
Nub and Axe Cred. Yeah.
Nub and Axe Cred. Well, see, I only say Axe Cred. Yes, Nub Killer did a fantastic job, but again, it's a team effort, and Axe Cred showed more dominance as a solo player, I guess.
I mean, I won't lie. As soon as Nub got charged up, he was going off on his own. Literally a couple of times I saw him get multi-kills just using his laser himself, and of course the fat grabs that led to huge picks throughout. I can't quite count him out of that picture as well.
Alright, so MVP goes to... Axe Cred. It would help if I could frickin' type. Axe Cred. And Nub. Alright, so we have 30 minutes until the next game, so let's go ahead and shut this stream down and take, whatever time we need for ourselves and get back right into it.
Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, final score 4-0 favor at Clear Sights. Stay tuned though, in about 30 minutes we'll have another matchup. It's Dabbing versus Zed, I believe. So come back to the YouTube channel and keep up to date with that. Alrighty, as now I forgot.